Bzerp, bzerp, bzerp. Oh, hey, hi, I'm Jalen Johnston. Welcome to day 21 of 2015's Veda, vlogging every day in April, feeling real American, trying to fix things myself. And, well, right now I've got the old 13-inch MacBook Pro in target disk mode, trying to do a clean install of Mavericks from my work machine. Yes, I want to open the Mavericks thing I downloaded from the internet. It's not going to let me do it. The saga continues. I tell you, it's been one of those days. One of those days. Started really cool, though. A friend of mine posted, I should say reposted an image that was kind of like, you know, people are posting, I don't even know what you call them. You can tell me what they're actually called, but like it's just like an Instagram post that just has words on it. Do we have names for those? They're not really photos. They're just kind of like graphic images of text, right? But it was cool. There was a band that my old band toured with about 13 years ago now. They're still playing. They're still pretty awesome. Super, super awesome. A band called Seven Dust. And a friend of mine shared a photo word thing, basically just talking about how they are pretty much the coolest band around. Like, not necessarily a definitive, like, it wasn't even talking about their music. It was just talking about just the guys being the coolest guys and the hardest working band and the band that cares the most about their fans over and over and over. And I felt compelled to chime in because those guys were so cool to me and to my band when my band was starting out that I felt compelled to add my perspective and my little anecdotes. Yeah, it was pretty cool. There was really Matt of Gravity's first tour. We toured a little bit around California and played a few shows, but I mean, we were signed as such a young band. We really hadn't played that many shows at all. And we got placed on this tour called the Loco Bazooka Tour, which was a big festival tour. And Seven Dust was one of the headliners. Filter was another one of the headliners. But the first date was at Summerfest in Milwaukee. Any of you near Milwaukee know all about what Summerfest is, right? So we had a big drive to make, made it all the way out to Milwaukee, and we're set to play our first show on, you know, this Summerfest stage, and it was the first show we played of any sort of magnitude out of, like, you know, Jerry's Pizza in Central California. Another inside reference for you right there. And we hadn't met anybody from the tour yet. We hadn't done any sort of recon. Like, there was no real, like, community tour feel at all yet because we'd just shown up. And about halfway through our 40-minute set, I look over side stage, and there's LaJawn Witherspoon, the singer from Seven Dust, and he's standing side stage and just bobbing his head along with our music and just giving us big old grins and stuff. And we all knew who he was. We all were fans of his band, and, you know, of course, all knew his band was the headliner. It was just super cool to see that, you know, day one, he's already interested in what's going on, already wants to check us out and stuff. Apparently, he had already done some research as to who was going to be on this tour with him, and he'd come out deliberately just to check it out. And I just thought that was really super, super cool. So we finish our set. We go back to the green room, dressing room, whatever you want to call it, and we're all sitting around going, dude, did you see, like, LaJawn Witherspoon? Like, first of all, he is a tough-ass dude. He's just this huge, ripped dude, you know, long black dreadlocks. He's got a bull ring in his nose. And he's just insanely imposing character, just like in all sorts of awesome ways. Makes his performances that much more compelling, right? Because he's just such a figure. And you know, we're just sitting there talking about, like, dude, that was so crazy to see LaJawn. Like, it's so cool. He's coming out and he's watching the opening bands and he's checking everything out and he actually cares about that stuff. And, like, as we're talking about it, we get a knock on our door, and I open the door and it's LaJawn. And he's like, the sweetest Southern gentleman, just wanted to come by our dressing room and thank us for being on the tour, welcome us, and say, hey man, we're gonna have a great time. And then, hey, you mind if I steal a copy of your CD so we can play it in the bus? Yes, you can have a copy of our CD. Thank you for helping establish us. Thanks. So the rest of the tour, was no different from that at all. Just all those guys, just the sweetest dudes. They apparently did really like Matter Gravity. We would hear our music coming out of their dressing room whenever I would see them backstage or like on the festival grounds or whatever. They would always point at me and start singing their favorite song or whatever. Usually it was Burn. And we just had a great time. Just a great time out on tour with them. Perfectly gracious hosts. Such cool dudes. Totally inclusive. There was another story where his little daughter was visiting him on tour. She was maybe 3 years old. She was super shy, and I'm super into kids, so I'm giving her the little like sideways hi, gave her a little fingery wave, and she's playing shy and stuff, and he just walks her over and he tells her, he's like, hey, this is my friend Jaylin. He's a singer just like Daddy is. And I just thought that was cool. Number one, for his daughter, basically seemed like a nice way of saying, like, look, you don't have to be shy. He's just like me. But I kind of felt like it was pretty deliberately worded, probably also for me as well, as the young punk, the young upstart, who was just kind of cutting his teeth and playing big shows for the first time for a guy who'd been doing this for years and years and had some serious industry respect to say that hey, I'm a singer just like him. So super cool. Anyway, shared that story and have gotten a lot of really cool responses on that Facebook post. Like people who are fans of Seven Dust, so they saw the post and then they saw my comment on it, and people chiming in and going, wait, I was at that show, or I was at another show on the tour, and chiming in with their stories about that stuff too. So it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty cool. Anyway, hope your day was good. I hope you are having a fantastic April. It's kind of almost nearing towards the end of it, right? So doing well. Anyway, guys, I'll pester you tomorrow. Hopefully have some better news about repurposing that old laptop. But in the meantime, I'm going to take off. Okay, bye.